This is my girlfriend Heather, who before this trip had never been to my home state of New Jersey. But all this week, I'll be introducing Heather to all the amazing food I grew up with. From our killer bagels...
Oh yeah, it's definitely a 9.
...to some Boardwalk delicacies.
Great.
And I was even asked questions no American has ever heard before.
What?
What's creamer?
So without further ado, let's start at the first place we went the moment we entered New Jersey.
This is a Wawa. You might have never heard of it. You might be thinking, wow, what is that? Wawa is beloved by almost all New Jerseyans, even though it's not even from here. In fact, it's a gas station. Why would I take my British girlfriend here as the first things we do in New Jersey? Well, it's Hoagie Fest right now. Wawa is well known for their hoagies, a food cherished by my people. In today's video, I'm gonna be taking Heather around to all the different food places I grew up loving. First stop, Wawa. Let's sit in the car and eat it like we're meant to. So Heather, it's what you ordered today.
I have ordered an Italian cold classic, which apparently comes with olive oil on it.
Classic, yeah, oil and oregano. Usually my 2 classics at Wawa are gonna be a tuna salad or an Italian. Look at that. God, that looks great. We can split halvesies on each.
Thank you.
Italian first.
Italian first. I wasn't expecting salami. The bread is very American.
What's that mean?
It's like very much, I don't want to say solid.
Is it sweet, starchy?
It's got body to it. But the fillings are absolutely great. Like, it's just a mixture of meats. I didn't expect like to have so many different types.
Loads of different Italian cold cuts. Meats, cheeses, lettuce, tomato, onion, olive oil. You also went with pickles, which is a bold selection.
I want to know what this cheese is though. What was it called?
This is our first time trying provolone.
It honestly doesn't taste of anything.
Really? I think it tastes like provolone.
But it's a good sandwich.
My favorite 2 cheeses in the US at least are provolone and American cheese. And a lot of Brits think American cheese is all the plastic government cheese that you see at the store, but you can actually get it cut fresh. It's just, it has good emulsification properties. So how do you rate this?
It's definitely a solid sandwich.
Okay.
I wouldn't say like I'm blown away by this.
All right.
But I mean, it's gas station food.
What about tuna?
Tuna. It's a good sandwich, but again, it's just the bread.
Really? Because I like the bread has sustenance
It's got
to it.
bite to it. I'm expecting like bread to be soft.
This is soft.
It's soft, but it's got like, it's bonded.
That's fair.
But it's a good sandwich.
So the bread, which is arguably the most important part of a hoagie, actually you're not a fan of.
No.
You prefer a nice hard prep baguette.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that. For those wondering, it's called a hoagie because they were introduced in the Philadelphia area during World War II in the area called Hog Island, where they were making sandwiches for the soldiers. Hog Island, hoagie. One final thing, you gotta get your Hers sour cream and onion chips. Hers is a brand from Pennsylvania. They're really big. Also, Heather's first Gatorade. They're like cheese and onion crisps, but better.
I mean, yeah, that's damn good crisp.
Yeah!
That's actually more refreshing than I was expecting.
Wow. So if you had to rate your Wawa experience in general for like just a convenience store that sells you hoagies.
I think it's a really good convenience meal.
But you'd give it a pass if there were other available.
I'd come back.
Oh, you'd come back.
I'd come back, but I probably would go for a Pret above it. But
Wow.
like,
So how do you rate this out of 10?
I would definitely give it like 6 out of 10.
All right, so Pret gets a point over the Wawa. Next.
Okay, so not a strong start with the Wawa being unjustly snubbed for Pret. But it's time to move on to our next New Jersey food at Angelos Diner. If you didn't know, New Jersey has more diners per capita than any other US state, and it's considered to be the diner capital of the USA. Diners here aren't just a place to eat comfort food, but a big source of pride and connection for the local area. Angelos Diner, in particular, has been serving the community since 1946 in Glassboro, New Jersey, and walking in still feels like stepping back in time. On a personal note, the last time I went here was on a date when I was 20, and, well, we didn't really click. So let's hope the food served at Angelos now really clicks with Heather.
What is scrapple?
That is what you will be getting. Scrapple is a very specific thing to Philadelphia and the South Jersey area. I won't describe to you what it is before you eat it. And then
I'm guessing it's meaty.
there's meats involved. You want to try a sip of half and half? It's like putting creamer in. Do you know what it is?
Creamer.
What?
What's creamer?
So there's milk. Sorry, cream.
So creamer is cream.
And milk is milk. Half and half is half milk, half cream.
When someone says they're putting creamer into their coffee, they literally mean they're putting cream in their coffee.
Coffee creamer is actually a cream substitute, being a mixture of, get this, corn syrup, vegetable oil, milk proteins, and a whole lot of freedom.
It's America. We love cream.
Half and half is half milk, half cream.
Correct. So what do you think?
I think it's weird.
Thank you very much. This is the scrapple. Give it a nice whiff. Oh, that's nice. I haven't had it in so long.
It smells like sausage.
Okay. Home fries, which is sort of like hash browns, but yet again, something local from this area.
Those look like good pancakes.
Your French toast look phenomenal as well. They're using Texas toast, the big thick slice.
Should I start by trying some scrapple? It's got that bacony taste, but it's so smooth. It's like obviously crispy on the inside because they fried it, but the inside is just like paste.
But yeah, it's really crispy and fried on the outside.
Really crispy.
That's a good scrapple, I have to say.
What is the paste on the inside? It's like literally just like really finely processed meat.
You could say that. If you're Dutch, you might know of it. No. It's a Pennsylvania Dutch food, which Pennsylvania Dutch is actually Pennsylvania Deutsch, pronounced badly. The way that my dad always described it was whenever the butcher is chopping up the meat, there's all the bits that he can't use. So he grinds them all up, adds some like flour, lots of spices, and fries it up, and that's scrapple. It's a mush of fried pork scraps and trimmings combined with cornmeal and wheat flour, often buckwheat flour, and spices. It's an ethnic food from the Pennsylvania Dutch, Mennonite, and Amish area. So how do you rate the scrapple then?
It's tasty, but it's such a strange texture of the like just paste. The flavor's really nice.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have black pudding.
You'd rather have black pudding?
Yeah.
Interesting. I actually rate it quite high. Just
Nostalgia.
I also love that you can't get it anywhere else. You can't not like home fries.
Tasty.
It's tasty, yeah. Very delicious, thank you. All right, so overall, how do you rank the entire diner meal from French toast, scrapple, home fries, and coffee?
This was an excellent breakfast. I'm going to give this a 9.
Wow.
Purely because the bacon was a 10.
Compare the American bacon to your usual rashers, though.
Oh, this is literally like so much better.
Yeah.
Like,
It's perfectly crispy and chewy.
Yeah, every single bite was perfect.
However, out of everything that we have leftover scrapple. I'm just full.
It was nice. It was really nice. The texture threw me.
Yeah. So the New Jersey Cultural Institution of Diners still alive and well here at Angelos in Glassboro. Off to our next food adventure.
I'd say Angelos Diner did pretty well, all things considered. The more iconic New Jersey breakfast items are coming up, but first, I decided to take Heather to a place you've inevitably heard before, the Jersey Shore. A quick aside, nearly every member of the cast of the Jersey Shore TV show were actually from New York. The show did a really bad number on how New Jerseyans are perceived abroad.
Not cool.
Those people are from New York. Anyway, also fun fact, did you know that the game Monopoly, the original, not like the British variant or any of the other fancy variants, was actually based on Atlantic City, New Jersey, and the streets leading up to the Boardwalk. The more you know.
Next up on our culinary tour, we've now made it to the Ocean City Boardwalk, where we're going to be hitting up Manco and Manco's. This used to be called Mac and Manco's until the brothers Mac and Manco split. Now if you go to Ocean City, you get to enjoy one brother, while if you go to Wildwood, you get Mac's. Top-tier boardwalk pizza. Let's go in. First thing Heather will be trying today at Manco and Manco's is a soda that is very regional, pretty much in the northeast of America, and it's called birch beer. I've described it as root beer, but better. It's like a different spice, and she's never had root beer.
So this is a mystery to me.
Thank you very much. Thoughts on the beer?
It's toothpaste.
Toothpaste? It does taste like toothpaste.
It's not awful, but it reminds me of toothpaste from when I was a kid.
Yeah, I get that. The pizzas are cheese pie, pepperoni pie, buffalo chicken, and the white cheddar broccoli. Now, these two are very famous on the Boardwalk, standard Boardwalk pizza. They look perfect.
It's nice. It is a white pizza, though.
Oh, the crust is so light.
So you say this one's going to be better than the one I had in New York?
Oh, I believe so.
That was excellent. The flavour of the sauce on that, it just hits you from the first like moment to take a mouthful. And then keeps them going through. I don't mind there's no tomato on there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy with that. That's perfect.
And then the margarita, the cheese pie.
Cheese pie. That's really well spiced. That's quite strange to me, the fact that I got hit by tomato and then immediately I got hit by like oregano and something else. That's just really good. I'm very impressed by this.
Oh, you are? Thank God. Which is your favorite of these?
Either buffalo or pepperoni.
Buffalo chicken or the pepperoni. And have you had a pizza in the UK with a slightly similar style crust?
Not really, no.
This is the pizza I grew up with that I seek out and love. The crust is so light, so airy, and yet there's a perfect bite to it. Also, the sauce used on these tomatoes is perfect. The seasoning, as Heather said, with even on a cheese pie, amazing. Little bits of oregano and everything just ties it all together. Perfect slice. Oh my God. I'm happy.
Overall, that's an excellent pizza. It's what I want from like a fast food kind of style pizza. It's not like something overly fancy, but because it is fast food, it's not going to get the like really high scores. I'd say probably like a 7 or an 8. 8 maybe.
In terms of pizza, though?
In terms of pizza, it's a 9.
A 9 for pizza.
Yeah.
All right.
A 9 for pizza really isn't that bad, and will be a tough one to beat, but let's see how our next contenders measure up. Johnson's Popcorn is an absolute staple of the Ocean City Boardwalk, and is still my favorite popcorn in existence, having been making the same amazing recipe of caramel corn popcorn since they started in 1940. And even though I most of the time say caramel these days, when it comes to popcorn, it's caramel corn. No apologies.
It just says caramel popcorn. So is this what you've been like raving about? Caramel popcorn?
It's caramel corn popcorn, first of all.
It just says caramel popcorn.
Listen, it's gonna be good. All right, Johnson's Popcorn, absolute staple of the New Jersey Boardwalk, world famous, quality, caramel corn popcorn. They do caramel, they do peanut butter, cheddar. Why don't we try the cheddar to start? Oh my gosh, like crack. Don't tell me it tastes like feet.
Can't taste like feet.
No, don't tell me it tastes like feet.
Like crispy popcorn. It's just
No.
like really soft.
The cheese is a very soft popcorn.
No, I'm not a fan.
Not a fan.
And I like popcorn.
And she's a popcorn fiend. Sorry, Jersey. The cheese, not the one. However, give a nice whiff.
Oh damn. Okay, that smells good.
Go for it.
It's golden syrup popcorn.
What?
It's like popcorn covered in like solid golden syrup or like molasses. Molasses?
We don't have golden syrup, so. But the crispity, the crunchity.
It's amazing.
Perfect texture.
It's not toffee popcorn.
No.
It is very different.
Do you prefer toffee popcorn?
Yes.
Wow.
This is intensely sweet.
But it's crunchy sweet.
Crunchy sweet, yeah, but it's just the intense level of like, there is so much sugar in this.
It's America. For me, it's really a texture thing.
It is still very good popcorn. I actually like that popcorn.
You do?
I didn't like the other one. I like this one. It's because it is golden syrup flavored. It's just really nostalgic childhood. I'm like, every now and then I get a bite and I'm like, oh my God, that brings me back to childhood. But it's so sweet.
How do you rank this popcorn out of 10, though?
I don't know, 6, to be honest.
Wow. That is my favorite sounding seagull.
So, while we're here, we might as well pick up some famous saltwater taffy from the oldest business in all of Ocean City, Shriver's. But no, there isn't actually any salt water in the taffy. The name actually comes from a taffy shop in 1890 in Atlantic City that got battered by the ocean, and the owner sarcastically referred to his now wet taffy as saltwater taffy, and the name just stuck. Let's see what Heather thinks of our Boardwalk fare.
American flag.
I honestly wasn't expecting it to be colourful.
Really?
No, it sounds like toffee, so I was expecting it to be toffee, but American. Great. I'm just looking at all the different flavors that they have.
The chocolate and vanilla are the standard. There's some sour choices. Tea berry is a favorite.
Thank you.
All right. Saltwater taffy. Nom.
I'm going to start with the American.
Oh, you're starting with the American flag. That is a unique one.
I don't know what American flags taste like, but now I will.
Oh, wow. That does look like the American flag.
This is very flexible.
Oh, yeah. It's taffy.
I have no idea what taffy is, so...
Switch. Oh, yours is weird. There's like 3 flavors in one. Is that a different flavor? The berry berry. Let me try a bite. I like that one a lot more.
You're going to hate me for what I've got to say next. It's like an airy chewit.
Chewits are hard as hell, though.
Yeah, but it's that, but airy. Really airy.
That's taffy. I'd say chewits the closest thing to taffy. Saltwater taffy being unique, but chewits are so hard, aren't they?
Yeah, but like when you really chew them after a while, it's that, but like really airy.
Would you say it's nicer than a chewit, at least?
Yes, I would.
These are like homemade as well, so I'd hope to God it's better than a chewit. For Americans in the audience, a chewit is like the British equivalent of an airhead. Obviously, airheads are a form of taffy that's really hard, so yes, it's similar. I really thought you were gonna be like, tastes like sick, mate.
I can see why this stuff would be addictive as a kid.
Oh yeah. It's also nice and soft, you know what I mean?
The fruit.
So what's your experience with the saltwater taffy then?
Yeah, it's very nice. I wasn't expecting that from like all the hyping. As a British person, taffy, I thought toffee. So the fruit flavors completely threw me at first, but like it was very nice. It was very pleasant, little sweet.
What do you rank it?
7.
A 7. We'll take it.
So, pretty standard rating coming out of Heather on our Boardwalk food. Luckily, nothing so far has fared too badly. But we've yet to give Heather anything too natural. This has all been very processed New Jersey food.
Now, a lot of people might not know this, but New Jersey is known as the Garden State, and a lot of the freshest produce in the East Coast comes from the state of New Jersey. I grew up all around peach orchards, vineyards, cornfields, soybean.
New Jersey's famous for its cranberries, its blueberries, and most definitely their Jersey Fresh tomatoes. You can walk into pretty much any supermarket in the state and find the freshest and tastiest tomatoes grown right down the road. However, I decided to take Heather to a couple local farmers markets. Not the fake urban style ones where you just pay more to have someone tell you that their veggies are locally sourced, but one set up in front of their actual farm, like Sorbello Girls and Mood's Farm Market. Heather chose a choice tomato or two from Sorbello Girls, and then we went peach picking over at Mood's Farm Market.
Go for it. Find us the freshest peach. Freshest peach. Ooh. Oh. What? Did you get attacked by the peach?
Got attacked by the peach.
Place this in your bag.
Oh, there's plenty up there.
Here we are. Can you get those? Nice. Oh, look at this one. He's so perfect. Oh, the smell is nice.
Moods also offered us a treat I'd always look forward to every fall, the apple cider donut. Can our fruit and veg and our apple cider donut make the top of Heather's list?
All right, so apple cider donuts. These things are probably a thing in other parts of the states, but they're very well known in South Jersey, specifically here at Moods. So go for it, take a nice bite. Imagine like autumn wrapped up in a donut.
Those are amazing.
They're amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
They're fresh, they're delicious. There's a hint of apple.
And cinnamon.
It's a lot of cinnamon.
Cinnamon, yeah. Even before I actually bit into them, I could just like the cinnamon just filled my mouth.
A lot of apple things in the States, like the cereal Apple Jacks, is mostly cinnamon, but it's very nice. It's like a cinnamon donut, hint of apple. Also, apple cider isn't alcoholic. We'll try some right now. A lot of Brits get confused with American apple cider. It's basically similar to pressed apple juice, but it's a bit different. It only comes out once a year. It's very spiced. I'm really in love with that donut. It's very light. I'm used to it being a bit more spiced.
It is very nice apple juice, but it's not spiced apple juice.
Interesting. So you'd consider this still tasting like apple juice, not apple cider?
Of course it tastes like apple juice. It's apple juice.
Can't believe this. But look at the color.
Yeah, it looks like apple juice.
There's a small difference between apple cider and apple juice, and the difference is vibes and spice. I'm assuming you rate the donut because you've eaten a lot.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a 9.
9 out of the donut, nice.
The texture is much more cakey than I'm used to, but it's probably the first kind of semi-cakey donut I've actually liked.
Nice. Yeah, because you don't like cake donuts.
I don't like cake donuts, but this is
It's
amazing.
so fluffy. And these are our freshly picked peaches. Jersey is the number 4 state. The state that produces the most peaches is California. And then Georgia. And New Jersey's number 4, but it's a very small state to be number 4. Take a little bite. Bit hard?
It's really good.
Oh, yeah. Genuinely reminds me of my childhood. Oh, that's really nice.
That's excellent. If I'm rating that, I'd definitely give it a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
10 for the peach. New Jersey did not invent the peach. But we do grow some good peaches.
Leave it to a Brit to give the highest rankings to a fruit, but I don't really blame her. Seems like the Garden State did deliver. Now, when it comes to our tomatoes,
Looks great.
every single summer our family would make tomato sandwiches. And this is pretty much just a single ingredient sandwich, so you need to make sure you have the tastiest tomatoes known to man.
Try a bite of him.
A little mayo on both sides of bread, and some salt, pepper, a little sprinkle of sugar to cut through the acidity, and you've got yourself a summer treat.
That's excellent.
Is excellent?
That's a really good tomato.
So, if Heather ranked our precious peaches so highly, let's see what she thinks of our tomatoes. Though she'll probably pronounce it tomatoes.
All right, so you've tried the Jersey Fresh tomato. Now try it as a sandwich. Obviously, there's only one ingredient, which is tomato. It's got to be a good tomato.
I honestly didn't know what you meant when you said you had tomato sandwich. But after tasting those, I can see why you would.
Yeah, I feel like the tomatoes you get at the supermarket, they're just these tasteless balls of red. That's delicious.
I do still have an issue with the bread.
Oh, yeah? Too sweet, because I went for healthy bread.
It's not like bread. It's not got any consistency. It's just like a... But the tomato is amazing.
So the sandwich is held back by the bread? Great on a hot summer day. Do you rate the tomato as highly as the peach?
The fact that we cut up the entire tomato that was like big, and then there's 2 slices left over there because we have just eaten the rest, is just testament to how tasty it is. I don't think I've had a tomato that tasty before.
Jersey Fresh tomatoes. Also, Heather's never had grape jelly, so we just made a PB&J. Taste of childhood.
It's pretty good.
Yeah!
I can see why this is an American staple.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Booyah! Another big win for the Garden State. Now, for better or worse, the most iconic New Jersey-specific food item that stirs up controversy, depending on where you're from in the state, is pork roll, also called Taylor ham if you're from the north, where, you're just wrong. Because legally speaking, pork roll cannot be referred to as ham due to its contents. And yet, it's one of the most iconic New Jersey foods. Pork roll was invented in Trenton, New Jersey, and is part of the most popular breakfast food in the state, that being a pork roll, egg, and cheese, usually on a freshly made bagel. If you're wondering why pork roll as a concept hasn't really extended beyond the borders of New Jersey, well, it's pretty much like if Spam was made out of pork exclusively and well-spiced. So, sort of an acquired taste, if you will. Food from your area might be hated around other parts, but you like it because you grew up with it. I don't feel like any New Jerseyans really defend pork roll from outsiders. They just fight amongst themselves about what to call it, even though they really just call it breakfast. But to go with our classic breakfast, I wanted Heather to experience a bagel unlike any other she's ever had, so I took her to Bagel University in Vineland. Here, you can get bagels of a huge multitude of flavors, like everything bagels, simple, strudel, pumpernickel, French toast, peanut butter, and then you can match them with over 20 different kinds of cream cheese.
Well, we have cannoli cream cheese. We've got guava, garlic and herb, cinnamon, I mean, Oreo cream cheese sounds good, doesn't it? Buffalo chicken, blueberry, walnut raisin, more scallions. For Brits, scallions is green onions, caramel apple, veggie, jalapeno, pineapple.
So it was finally time to see if New Jersey bagels are worth all the hype, at least from a British perspective.
So pork roll, egg and cheese on a pumpernickel bagel. That is what we're looking at right here. Pork roll right in the middle. Heather went for an everything bagel with scallion cream cheese. Scallion is green onion.
I've never had an everything bagel before, so it's a good bagel.
It's a good bagel.
Damn good bagel.
Cream cheese, all right.
Yeah,
Too overpowering, no?
it's very scallion-y, very oniony.
Mmm.
Honestly, when you said pork roll, I thought you meant like a British pork roll, and I was like expecting like a pie or a pastry-covered thing.
This is pork roll, just the meat.
Just the meat, yeah, that I was not expecting that.
Try a little
Very
bit
nice.
of just the pork roll.
Just the pork roll. It's kind of a bacony ham. What's spicy in there?
The spice is because the cheese I chose was pepper jack. Usually you would do American, but they had so many cheese options I went pepper jack because it's got that hit of pepper.
The bagel is very interesting as well.
Pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel
I was going
bagel.
with the plain so you could focus on the other stuff.
But it's a good combination.
Yeah.
Apart from the one in London that we went to that was on Brick Bridge, they are like...
At the same level.
Yeah.
We have one place in London, I have had a vlog on my second channel about it. It's just the best Jewish bagels. They're so good. They're also really cheap. So this is up there for you.
But I only have plain, and the level of different options there are here is just amazing.
Cannoli flavored cream cheese.
I mean, what on earth is an Italian stallion cream cheese?
Horse. It's Rocky flavored.
Rocky flavoured.
I really love this though.
I definitely would say this is like higher rated though because of the fact that there's so many options. And the bagels are excellent.
And then to finish off, Heather wasn't satisfied with just a savory bagel. That was a 9 out of 10. So we went with their famous French toast bagel with cannoli cream cheese.
Ooh. That's really nice.
The smell is incredible.
Yeah.
These were just freshly baked as well. Oh my God, wow.
That bagel is excellent.
Does it taste like French toast?
Yeah. You know, I regret not going for cinnamon sugar in this because like the taste of the cannoli is like very strong. It's overpowering. So I had to like just try the bagel without anything else on it. I regret that, but it's still very nice. If I lived near a bagel shop like this, I'd probably have one most days because they're excellent.
So how do you rank each of these?
I'd probably give it like a 9.
Wow.
New Jersey and New York are always fighting over who has the best bagels. New York doesn't know about this battle. But New Jersey is like, ours are better. And New York's like, what? Can't hear you. I feel it's the same with pizza. I would argue New Jersey pizza is actually, depending on where you go, just as good / better than New York pizza. And New Yorkers are like, can't hear you. Too busy eating better pizza.
So, I'm sorry, Terry, you went to Jersey for pizza? I had a problem, man. Right.
And now we're moving on to our final section, dessert. You might hear the name water ice and get confused. Water? Ice? Is that not a drink? I heard Americans like putting ice in their water. No, water ice is actually a dessert. It's called Italian ice in the north of the state, where again, they are wrong. And it's sort of like a super extra creamy snow cone. Snow cones are shaved ice with syrup on top, and they have quite a sharp, icy texture. Water ice is so much smoother. It's almost like a cross between a sorbet and a snow cone. You got the standard lemon, cherry, and blue raspberry. What are those colors? White, red, blue. That's right, red, white, and blue. The colors of the flag, they come out every year for Flag Day, which is the US equivalent of Sports Day. Now, it was quite a rainy day when we decided to hit up Rita's water ice, so let's see if the weather puts a damper on Heather's ranking. We went for a gelati. Gelati is basically water ice covered in frozen custard, something else I think you're upset with the naming of, because we just call ice cream frozen custard. So you top off a little ice cream. Sort of like a slushie.
Yeah, it's sort of like a slushie. I mean, tasty.
You went for what flavors?
Blue raspberry and chocolate chip mint.
Oh yeah, try the lemon.
The lemon's nice.
Nice.
It's less lemony than I would have expected because this is a very strong flavour.
That is strong. Wow. So growing up in New Jersey, a lot of times, especially in May and June, the end of the school year, you'd get a big amount of Rita's water ice as a class. You basically get lots of different options. Also, Polish water ice is another brand nearby. You get the lemon and the cherry and a chocolate and like a vanilla, and everyone chooses their favorites. Do you have anything comparable in the UK you would say this is like?
It is kind of like a sorbet.
Like a sorbet.
Except crunchier.
Yeah. Sorbet's a bit softer. The ice cream's good too. Right?
Yeah, the mint is very strange as like a watery mint and chocolate.
Oh, wow.
Really weird.
I really like the mint chocolate chip. It has such a good minty, chocolatey texture. It has been incredibly hot this whole week.
I think the blue raspberry is my favourite. Yeah, it's like it's lemon flavoured water is what it is.
It's supposed to be light, refreshing.
But a sorbet is light and refreshing and actually tastes of lemon.
Yeah.
Maybe.
A snow cone is like just ice, like a ball of really fine ice with flavor syrup on top. Whereas this, it is the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like instead of it being ice that's flavored, this is flavored ice. So what do you rank it then?
Yeah, on a hot summer day, I think that would be very refreshing. The water ice and the frozen custard is a good combo. And so on a hot day, I definitely would say that would be like a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
But then again, actually, that being said, maybe an 8 out of 10.
So in terms of ice cream in South Jersey though, you're like, it's actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. On to the next one.
All right, so Heather didn't rank water ice too badly, but I still had an ace up my sleeve. In terms of soft serve ice cream, pretty much 99% of it in the UK is the same exact thing, Mr. Whippy, which to be frank, is a really low to mid-tier ice cream due to the fact that the UK don't legally have to have any cream in their ice cream. Incredible scenes. Basically tastes like Dairy Queen if you've ever had that. In New Jersey, custard stands are a huge thing, which is what we call a place that sells frozen custard, which of course is what we call soft serve ice cream. As opposed to the UK where every ice cream is the same, in New Jersey, every custard stand that you visit has a different recipe on how they make their ice cream. So you can choose one whose ice cream is a bit creamier of a texture, like Cream Valley custard in Woodstown, or more filling and dense, and my personal favorite frozen custard, which is at Dippy's in Mantua. Most have the standard 3 options of vanilla, chocolate, or swirl, and others have one of my favorite ice creams that is pretty much non-existent in the UK, that being creamsicle, which is vanilla and orange swirl. But of course, no matter which one you get, you always have to get them topped with rainbow jimmies. That's just the way. Jimmy's is the New Jersey name for sprinkles, and I just think it sounds endearing. By the end of the trip, Heather was asking for Jimmy's at the custard stands, and I felt so proud, except in her little accent. Can I have some Jimmy's? Now, sometimes you're so familiar with something that you grew up with, and it's so ubiquitous around everywhere that you've been to in your area that you just assume that's gotta be a thing all over the country, even though it's not. That's the case of the humble pretzel cone, which is very much only a thing within the Philadelphia area. And so to ensure that Heather got to try one last local treat, we went for a vanilla soft serve with rainbow jimmies in a pretzel cone. What you got there?
A pretzel cone with vanilla iced custard.
Frozen custard.
Frozen custard.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's.
The pretzel cone turns out very unique to the Northeast area. Basically everywhere around Philadelphia got that pretzel cone. It turns out not something all around the US. So I added it in this video because my friend Victoria from Florida saw a picture I posted on Instagram of this place, Dippy's, one of my favorite ice creams in all South Jersey, and said, what the hell is a pretzel cone? And I was like, what?
That's good ice cream.
I'm excited to get to the pretzel cone now. How good is the ice cream compared to last time?
This is amazing ice cream. So much better than the creamsicle.
Moment of truth. Pretzel cone. Oh.
Salty.
Whoa. The salt works really well. I know it's on my face.
Yeah, it's all over my face too.
What do you think?
It's literally the exact opposite of a waffle cone. In terms of like, I was like, oh yeah, your waffle cones are really great here because they're kind of like softer, more like actual waffle than really hard, rock solid waffle cones we get in the UK. But this is really hard, rock solid, and salty, but it works really well.
I'm very surprised. I will be honest. I think I could count on one hand the number of times I've had pretzel cone because they usually cost way more money. And as a kid, my parents are like, you're getting the sugar cone and you're going to be happy. Waffle if I've been a good boy. Pretzel though. Because of the mess, I think I do prefer maybe the waffle cone though. But this is delicious and it's a unique experience. Well, for you. Oh my God. It does finish real tasty. So we've had a lot of ice cream on this trip. Dippy's in Mantua, Cream Valley in Woodstown. We've had Corbros at the Boardwalk. All very, very delicious ice cream. What was your favorite combination of all ice creams?
And definitely was that ice cream.
Oh yeah?
And I'm torn because the waffle cone was amazing. That was really, really different, but also very nice. The saltiness on a sweet thing, like I'm not quite sure like what to make of it, but it was really good. I probably would say the waffle cone wins out just slightly, but I would definitely go for that again.
But in terms of the ice cream quality, at all the different places I've let you sample across, you can confirm ice cream here, there's different styles and such of soft serve.
Yeah, different styles, all of them good in their own way, and all of them better than the UK version that I've had so far.
I just think if one guy from the South Jersey or New Jersey, honestly, if someone from this area wants to come to the UK and make some amazing ice cream, there's a huge market for it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, say, introducing gourmet burgers to a place that only knows like Burger King. There's a lot of upward mobility there for the ice cream market. Me and Matt Gray need to start a business because he's good at making ice cream and I'm good at eating it.
You're from Jersey.
All right, well, back to the studio to wrap this one up.
Right, let's finally wrap this up we're back from New Jersey. Heather, I need to know a few things. One, what was your all-time favorite thing that you had when you were in my home state? Two, what thing would you definitely give a pass the next time? And three, overall, what was the vibe of the whole shindig?
So 10 out of 10 was definitely ice cream. That was amazing. Love
yeah.
the ice cream. I've since had ice cream when I came back to the UK and I couldn't finish it because UK ice cream's been ruined for me. Mr. Whippy does not stand up to US ice cream, or at least New Jersey ice cream.
Hell yeah.
I have been converted to Rainbow Jimmies. There's a place in my heart for UK sprinkles and hundreds and thousands, and also obviously a flake is great.
Oh yes.
But the entire thing of waffle cone with Rainbow Jimmies on like New Jersey ice cream, it's actually so creamy. It was amazing and 100% would go back for that and have it many times.
Good, good. Obviously, just from our state, okay? Other Americans don't have as good of ice cream, okay? They don't got the Jimmies. They just call them sprinkles. It's totally different and definitely not just a word. I feel like if you went to like Iowa and said, can I get Rainbow Jimmies? They'd say, get the fuck out of our store.
I mean, the peaches were great and the bagels were great. Yes. So those three things are the top tier, I think. Peaches, bagels, and ice creams.
All right. Well, actually, what was the most mid of everything you had?
I had completely forgotten about the pork roll.
Taylor
thing.
ham, the pork roll.
Yeah, until
Our
you
national,
mentioned it.
yeah. That's our
Yeah.
state food. That's like the one thing people know of.
But you gave it to me at the same time as the bagels. Like, we were in a bagel place having the best bagels I've ever had in my life with the most possible options for topping them. And then you handed me this thing and I was like, don't really care about that. Like, I'm eating a delicious bagel. This is great.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like I gave you a Ferrari and then on the inside of the Ferrari, I had a slice of pork roll. You forgot about the slice of pork roll in the Ferrari.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. And at the bottom of the barrel, what was your least likely to have again thing?
Scrapple.
Scrapple, that's fair.
Yeah. I kept on saying it was very tasty when it was like crunchy, and it was okay, but the majority of it was just really weirdly textured.
Yeah, I don't know many YouTubers that have said positive things about Scrapple, but for me, it's like a home thing. It's such a thing just from our area. My dad used to get it, so like father, like son, you know, you just enjoy that type of thing. All right, I think that's a fair assessment. Not everything could be great. So overall then, what is your takeaway from New Jersey food?
It was very nice. I'm not sure I could live there and eat it continuously because of just the sheer amount of processed foods.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed the ice cream and the bagels and would definitely hit this up when I go back again.
Hell yeah. Either way, thank you very much for joining us on this journey. I've got one more video where I take Heather to the old county fair coming very soon to your feeds. And actually, we're going back next month, so that'll be fun. Hopefully, I'll see you on my channel next Sunday. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye. This is our baby. His name is Grayson, because he's our Grayson.